Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. So we're going to be doing another Shop My Stash. I don't know when it's going to go up on the channel. It's supposed to go up on Saturday. We're currently on Wednesday. I'm hoping to get it edited before then, but just bear in mind it might not go up on Saturday the 27th, I believe it is. So we're going to start off with palettes. I'm not really going to give you too much information because I normally do, I normally do reviews at the end of the month, but as we get into the end of the month now, I don't know if they'll go up either, but let's just talk about them. So we've got, let's put you down a sec. So we've got a couple of these Morphe 2 palettes. Shall we zoom in a little bit? This one is Malibu, so this is the most neutral. Just looks like that. Like I said, I'll be giving more of an in-depth review. Just want to show you what palettes we've been using. And then we've got this Palm Springs one. And let's turn the light down a bit. This one gives me ABH Subculture vibes. Does it not you? Let me know in the comments down below. It really does me. This one was the best palette I used in the Shop My Stash. I absolutely love it. It's the Glam Light Chocolate Martini palette. It's absolutely stunning. So it just looks like that. And for in the corner, I use this shade every single time practically. It's called Vanilla Vodka. I have done looks with these. No, I haven't. I didn't do looks with any of these palettes, which is a shame. Just because I've not been feeling too great. And I'm currently having to have blood tests and whatnot, but I'm going to give you a health update on that when I come back to YouTube. So, yeah, really love this. All the looks are on Instagram, so we'll talk about this when I do the review for the palettes. Because I take photos for Instagram just so I've got the looks there. So, yeah, that was a favourite, but then this came a close second. So my beautiful friend over at Beauty Dreams by Naomi gifted me this, and what a gift it is. It's so beautiful. I did 5 different looks, 4 or 5 different, I think it was 5 different looks with this palette. They're all on Instagram again, apart from the look that I did with this shade here. And I did like a really red look. I've got a picture of it though, so we'll insert it when we talk about the palettes. But yeah, I really enjoyed using all 4 of those. So let me just put these over here out of the way. Right, so we're still going to be working on the top section. Right, let's talk about foundations and powders and whatnot. We'll get everything down and then I can just talk to you about them. Got anything in here? Oops. Right. Take that down. Okay, so let's talk about this first. So the Max Factor Cream Puff, I didn't think I'd like this at all. It's actually, it looks really orange on camera. If I turn the light right down, you'll be able to see what I mean. Can you see how orange it looks? But it blends out really nicely. And it looks nice on the skin. It gives you a nice radiant look. So I will continue to use that, but not right now. I'm going to put that away. Really enjoyed using this as well. For the most part, I used that a couple of times in the last 2 weeks, or 3 weeks I think it was, and I alternated this L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. This one is in the shade 201 Classic Ivory. Sorry about my voice guys, I think I'm going to get some water in a minute. And then this one here by Body Collection. This one is the Illuminating Foundation. I think it's in the shade Porcelain. Yeah, it is. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but it's in the shade Porcelain. Both illuminating foundations, both absolutely fantastic. I'm trying not to use this one too much though, because it's really difficult to get hold of in the UK. I had to get it from eBay and it was like £15 when it probably should have been less than 10. But that's what you've got to do when you want something here. that you can't necessarily get in the UK. I'm really glad that I have actually got it and I've been able to test it, because it's a really good foundation. Right, so powders. So we had the Hourglass one. There's a tiny bit left in it still. I mean, it's nice, guys. It's very, just let me get a bit from the lid there. So, looks like that. It's very finely milled, and you can see it's radiant. But when it was on the face, I didn't notice the radiance. So I do need to continue to use it. I have only used it a few times, so I can't really give you an opinion on that either way. But if I rebuy it, even the travel size one, it needs to be a holy grail, just like the Too Faced, I can't remember what it was called, not the matte one. It was a Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder. That was my holy grail. In fact, this 17 Perfecting Finish one, I would say, is better than this. But like I said, I need to use this a few more times. I did use this quite a lot, and I do really like it. It's like £3.50 from Boots, guys. It's really good. And then I opened this up. I got this in my P. Louise budget box. Wasn't really keen on the P. Louise budget box. This is the only thing that I kept, guys. So it's a P. Louise Hold You Down, and it's just a brow gel. You can see where I've used it. I've used it a couple of times there. Yeah, it's just a brow gel. It's nice, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a brow gel. Right, so they can all go away there. I'm just going to get some water and then I'll be back. Okay, let's talk about what we've been using the last 2 weeks. It's gone over into 3 weeks because I'm using Project Pan items. So again, Naomi sent me this. It's the KVD, or what's Kat Von D Alchemist palette. That's what it looks like. I've used, I think, the majority of these highlighters. I might not have used Ultraviolet, but I've definitely used that one, and that one. So that's Green Emerald, Blue Sapphire and Pink Opal. Definitely use those 3, so that can go back. I didn't use this as much as I wanted to, but I've had it in now for 2 rotations. I'm getting sick of seeing it. I'll tell you what I've used. So I haven't used Dreaming. No, I did use Dreaming. I used Dreaming as a bronzer, guys. I mixed Blossom and My Heart. Mixed them 2 together. I don't think I used Heartbreaker and Until You. So most of it's been used. What hasn't been used is this. This is my self-made blush palette, and it's just not been used at all. Since I've done it, it's not been used. So we've got, you can't see it at all now. So we've got a blusher here, that's like a blush topper, and that's a highlighter. And we've got 2 Colourpop eyeshadows here, and then a balm blush there. I just want to see if I want to keep all these in the collection. So this is the only blush palette I'm going to pull for this rotation. I'm going to try and use it. Okay, what do we have anything else from up here? I'll talk to you about this palette. So I've been using the Huda Beauty Gemstone Obsessions with this palette that I made up. So this has got all my Makeup Geek eyeshadows, and I did a look the other day with this palette. So I only used one eyeshadow, which was Cupcake, because I was doing a pink look, and I used that shade up there. They don't have shade names on, so I'm sorry I can't tell you. So that darker pink shade there, and then this duochrome down here, and then this like white pink shifting eyeshadow for the inner corners, and it looked really pretty. So I'm keeping those in because I've still got, I think, about 4 more days of Project Pan eyeshadow looks to do. So just keep an eye out for them on Instagram, guys. Right, so there I'm going back. Right, so yeah, keep an eye out for them on Instagram. So if you don't know what my Instagram handle is, it's at Makeup and More with Andie, just like my YouTube username. So we're going to go into the drawer now. And a lot of this just stays in. It's really dark, isn't it? Yeah, a lot of this just stays in. This stays in here. So we've got brow products mainly. Oh, this concealer will be going back. Absolutely holy grail concealer, guys. It's the 17 Second Skin Enhancing Concealer, and it is so hydrating. Absolutely hydrating. I absolutely love it. It's great if you've got mature skin like I do, so it definitely is really, really nice. I would recommend it if you can get hold of it. I'm just seeing if there's anything else I can put back. I'm going to keep this in. It's part of Project Pan. There's not much left. That needs to go there then, really. That's part of Project Pan as well. You can see there's not much left there. Oh, eyeshadows. These can go back because I used them. So we had the Stila Metallic Laurel. I think I'm going to be pulling some more single eyeshadows out. We had the Essence Melted Chrome in Zinc About You. Absolutely adore these single eyeshadows. I wish they'd bring out something similar. I'm going to leave this in now, this Super Shock one, shall I? No, we'll put it back because it's only a cream ivory shade. When I use it, I'm gravitated towards my Too Faced palette, which has that same cream ivory shade in. So I'll put it back for now. And I think that's no. Oh, I thought I'd lost this. So this is Project Pan as well, so that stays in. Right, so that's the first drawer. Okay, so blushers. Absolutely adored using these two together. So we've got Luminous Flush, that one there, absolutely gorgeous. That's just a mini. And Dim Infusion, that one there. So I'm going to put those back. Absolutely love this one as well. This one I use practically every day. Well, every few days. So it's Essence the Blush. And it does look too dark for me to use as a blush, doesn't it? It is, in fact, too dark. But if you use it like a blush bronzer and don't use any other products, it looks absolutely stunning. And it's radiant as well. This one is in the shade Bespoke. I can't recommend that enough. In fact, I might just leave it in again because I loved it so much. Yeah, we'll leave that in again. I don't know if to leave this in again, because I don't really use it. This, I'm not being drawn to it though. I didn't use it and I'm not being drawn to it. So it can go back for now. These can go back. So we've got the Odin's Eye Peach Gleam. Love it. Part of me wants to bring my Benefit one in. I think I like that more. And the Benefit one does what both of these products do together, combined. So we've got this is, when I bought it I thought it was a shimmery blush. It's not. It had an overspray on it, so it's quite deceiving. And then this one is a complete shimmery blush, so I just use them together so that those two can go back. I've made huge progress on this. So we've got the Maybelline Face Studio in Diamond Glow. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a huge dent here. I feel like if I keep it in for one more rotation, we'll see more progress, so maybe do that. But it's the same with this Dior one. You can see the waffle print. So which one do I keep in? This one's older. Keep the Dior in. Why is this wet? Ew. It's like oils are in it. Right, so this had like oils on the back of it. I don't know if it was a highlighter or if I put it on or if I placed it on something wet. I don't really want to put it back in case it does it again and I'm putting like soiled products into my collection. Do I leave them both out then? I really want to leave this out just so I can see how much progress I've got. I'll put the Mary Lou one back, but just keep checking on it. So yeah, we've got that. Bronzers. I brought two in. I didn't use them an awful lot. We've got the e.l.f. in Tan Lines. Love this bronzer. You can see there's such a dip there going on. I'll put that back. I don't think I'm going to bring out a cream bronzer because I've got the Chanel one. And I really loved using this Too Faced Milk Chocolate again. I've not used it in such a long time. Putty blushers. Right, so we've got Bahamas. I used it once. I'm still not 100% on it, guys. It's just really, really stiff. I mean, not as stiff as it was. I'm putting it back. We'll pull it out at a different time. And I'm going to put this one back as well. I'm not convinced over that one either, because that one is just like the e.l.f. one, really, really stiff. In fact, it's stiffer than the e.l.f. one. If that doesn't loosen up, I'm going to give that away to someone. This one I absolutely adore. It's like the liquid version of NARS Orgasm. It's the Hydra Bright Cream Blush in the shade Peach. I realised after Angela left me a comment in the last Shop My Stash that I didn't say the name of it, so I'm sorry about that, guys, but that's what it's called. Then we've got this Simpsons one. I didn't use it, so we'll keep that one in. Then we've got this Dominique Cosmetics. Absolutely loved it, but I think I want to bring my Patrick Tar one out. I've not used it for a while, but I do absolutely love this. This is not stiff formula at all. It is real pretty, really nice. And Naomi sent that to me as well. So yeah, it's pretty much empty now, so we can shop my stash. I just need to put everything away and then I will be back. Right, so I've switched my drawers out yet again. I took inspiration from Sarah Rose because she has her drawers like this. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna get some palettes from here. Definitely this one. This one is new in, so it's the Catrice and Jenny palette. It's got a duochrome here. It's a really special shade, so I want to use that. I think I'll only be pulling small palettes this go around. I want to use this one. I mean, how cute is Lord Farquaad? So cute. So that's two. What else do I want to use? Part of me is being gravitated towards this, the MUA Purist palette, just to see if I can pass it on. So I'm going to be doing a declutter soon. So shall we pull that? I know that's slightly bigger. And I was going to pull this as well with a matte palette. It's what I got last year and I've never used it. It's the Tasty Pumpkin Spice Latte palette, but I'm going to do that for when I know I'm going to be on camera and show you guys. In fact, I feel like that Revolution one should be kept till then as well, because you might want to see how I create the looks with it. So I feel like I'll only pull the Catrice and Jenny. I'll pull this one. And then I should really do something that's on the chopping block, shouldn't I? See, a lot of this is things that I want to show you guys. I don't really just want to be doing Instagram posts with it. Right, let me see what I've got. I'll take you off the tripod actually. No, actually, let's just turn you around. Let's see what we've got here in regards to palettes that I've already used that I'd like to use again. This one I've been thinking about a lot. Could do a couple of looks with this off camera. Yeah, let's pull this one. I've seen quite a lot of people use that one recently, and then maybe we'll pull anything in here. Pull this one as well. I've been saying for ages I want to try this out, so this is the perfect time if I'm not actually filming with it. But saying that I do want to film with it. So sorry for being indecisive. I do want you guys to know my opinion. Let's pull, because I've been thinking about this anyway. let's pull the Subculture, and I think that's more than enough. We've got 3 fairly big palettes and 1 travel size, so we've got 4 palettes again. To the dreaded drawer is the one that I have so much trouble showing you. Right, I think that's better. So I don't even know what I want from here. I wanted to pull this last rotation and never did. So yeah, I think I'll pull that. It looks really, really nice. I got this in PI. That shade in the middle looks like Nars Orgasm. It's really, really pretty. So definitely pull that. But I don't want to pull too much blusher because I want to be drawn to that blush palette I made. I definitely want to pull the Benefit Butterfly though and give it some love, because I've only used it once and it is too gorgeous not to use and very autumnal. Shall we just zoom in a bit? But if I zoom in too much you won't be able to see. So we'll just pull those 2 powder blushers, and then I want to pull this one. This is my Patrick Tar that Karen kindly sent to me for my birthday this year. It's called Do We Know Her? So pretty. And totally my vibes. So pulling that, and maybe 1 more cream blush. Now we'll pull 2. Do the Tower 28. I might wear that underneath the Benefit one. This one is in Golden Hour. I've not used that since the summer. And not Milani, it's too bright. I really enjoyed using that and I've not used it that many times. This one is in the shade Watermelon. It's one of Becca's lip and cheek tints. So I think that's it. And then highlighters. But you know, I think I want to use the Dior palette. Well, I can't think straight. I think I want to use the Dior highlighter palette, so I don't know if I want any singles. Move it back a bit and I'll just get down and see. These ones are really for Christmas, so I want to keep them for Christmas. That one isn't, but I don't want to use it. Maybe bring this one out. I could also bring the Ofra highlighter palette out. I've forgotten about that. Let me just leave that there a second. No, we'll pull this. We'll pull this one. It's really, really nice. I'm making quite a big dent there, so I'd like to see what I can do with that. And then I think we're just going to pull the Dior highlighter palette, which I'll do in a minute. Right, so just ignore the headbands. We've used that one recently. Use that one. Now this one is a little bit dark, but it's more of a topper. I want to fetch this one out, and we'll fetch this one out because it's really light. Ignore that. There's some palettes there, but I don't want to use one of those palettes. Right, so I've got some palettes in that acrylic thing there, so let's just see what we've got. I'm not 100% sure now that I even want to use the Dior one. They're eyeshadows. You know, I've not used this for ages. I don't know whether to swap one of those other palettes out and just try this out on, like, for Instagram. Maybe once I've used the Huda Gemstones Obsessions, we can pull that one out just to use with like project pan. Never used this since I bought it, only used this one once. Okay, let's put this stuff away. Just let me put these behind me for a second. So we're going to start putting foundation, like all the complexion products away. So I think I need to put you up a little bit for that, so you can see. I haven't picked out single shadows either. I'll just pick out a few in a second and show you what I'm going to pick. Right, and then we can go in the drawers. This one is going to have to go on top, it's too big. Maybe put the brow product there. I think that's it for that drawer. I might be wrong. No, a couple of eyeshadows need to go in there, so I'll just put everything away and then... Right, I'm just going to go and get the eyeshadows and then I'll be back. Okay, let's decide on a couple from here. I don't know whether to use this one. My friend Karen bought it for me. I could post a picture using just the eyeshadow, but I don't know whether I want to do it this go around. Don't want to use them either. I really like this. I think I'll use that. That one is in the shade Solstice. Part of me thinks I really need to use these, and if I don't like them, declutter them. The L'Oreal Infallible, but I don't really feel like using them either. I think I'm just in a really blah mood, guys. Maybe some of these XX Revolutions. We've got Direct and the duochromes, so it looks purple there, but I can see bronze. Got a green one as well, but I don't much really care for using green at the moment. This one has always been a favourite for this time of year. It's the Dose of Colours Black Party Eyeshadow in Teal Me More. It's a gorgeous colour, so maybe pull them free, and that's it. Right, we'll put them in the drawer. And then the second drawer, I need to get the blush products. Right, I definitely think I've got a blush problem. So like I said, this bronzer is really light. And the other one's really dark. It's got a healthy dip going in. I've not used it for ages. It's by Natural Collection, and again, if I recommend anything, it's this. I think they're about £2.99, £3.99. This one's in the lighter shade, which is Sunshine, and then this one is really dark. It's the gingerbread bronzer. I've got the matching lipstick, and I've never used it before, so I just thought, let's just try it on my hand. I just thought both of them would look really nice together. Oh yes, look how glowy that is. If I only go in with a bit of it, I've used a bit more than I would normally. If I only go in with a bit of it, then it's going to look really nice. Let's put a bit more of this on. That looks really pretty. So I'm going to have a bit of a experiment with those two. And if I don't like the way it looks, I've got this, and that's why I've kept it in. I really like the way that blusher looks like as bronzer, so yeah, loving that. Then we've got blushers. Don't need to talk about this too much because it's a staple. Patrick Tart, just absolutely love the formula. So that's staying in. This one's new though. Like I said to you earlier, I got it in PR. And before me going on to cherries, I'd never actually seen this blusher, and that's what they're looking like. I'm gonna try and do some swatches. Oh, that shimmer is gorgeous. They're gorgeous blushers. So we've got the blushers. I may as well do a swatch of this while I've got it. Gorgeous for fall. And then we've got the highlighters. Let me get a white. So we've got the Wet n Wild Cherry Blossom. Look how metallic that is. Some people have compared this highlighter to Dior ones. I think the Dior blusher that I've actually got, I don't think it's a similar highlighter, but I get what they mean because it is just so metallic. Then we've got this little set here. When I tried it, the putty blushers I didn't like because they were stiff. It seems to be like an overall thing with putty blushers. I mean, personally, I think they're too dark for me anyway. They're the blushers. Barely any pigments coming off it, but I did pull it out for highlighters anyway. There's only really, I think, one highlighter that I can use, which is this one. The other one's just a smidge too dark and probably would make a nice bronzer topper. So let's swatch these. Really nice. I want to get more use out of it, so I think I'll put this on top, just like I did last week with the highlighters. And then we've got two cream blushers. So we've got the Becca in the shade Watermelon. I got this from TK Maxx. It's so soft. I don't like it as a lip tint, which is what they say that you can use it for. I don't like it for that. It smells really nice as well. It smells of watermelon. And it just looks really glowy on your cheeks. It's more of a, I think, summer blush really, but I wanted to get a bit more use out of it. And then we've got the Tower 28 Golden Hour, which is a gorgeous orange blush. That one's even gone a bit stiff. I don't remember it being that stiff when I used it in the summer, which is that one. But it is very cold in my flat, so the temperature is probably affecting my makeup, which isn't great. Right, so that's everything for the drawers, I think. Palettes. Right, so I don't know if I'm going to enjoy this one. It's the MUA Purist palette. I've had it months, guys, and I don't know why I got it in the first place. I'm not a lover of purple or cool tones. But yeah, you can definitely get some pretty looks out of it and even use it as quads. So I'm going to see what I can come up with. I've got a feeling I'll be passing this one on. And I'm not too sure about this one either, this Huda Beauty. It's a beautiful palette, but a lot of them, the eyeshadow, the formula doesn't look as good as obviously the Mercury Retrograde. It won't do because the Mercury Retrograde, the formula would have improved. This formula, a lot of it looks chunky, and I don't like chunky eyeshadow formula, so I just want to see what I think of it. I don't think I'll get rid of it, but I just want to see what I think of it. And then the Subculture is just a great autumnal palette, I think. Isn't that beautiful? It's absolutely stunning. And I have that Catrice one. Where have I put it? Oh, it's here. Let me just show you one shade out of here. So this is the Catrice and Jenny palette that I've seen on a lot of channels, and it took me until a couple of weeks ago to actually take the plunge and buy it. Not because it was expensive or anything. It was on sale for £7.20, I think, which is a random figure when I bought it, but that's what it looks like. And it's this here, that's the duochrome. That shade is in Offshore. I'll be doing a short on all the shades, so look out for that. Look at that, guys. In fact, this reminds me of a shade that's in, watch it not be a G, we'll see. It reminds me of a shade that's in the Subculture palette. Let's see, that one. Electric, but it's nothing like it. Well, this formula feels thicker. No, I don't think it's anything like it. The Catrice one is much nicer. Right, so that's the palettes. Let's put these away. And then it's just lipsticks. Let me show you what I've been using. And the ones that I've used a lot can go back. Right, so I've not used this too much, probably once, but it can go back. I don't really use glosses. I want to keep ginger in because it's the perfect autumnal shade. Kristen can go back. We'll keep this P. Louise Bad Intentions in. We'll keep this P. Louise Unbutton. So this is what I got with my If the Crown Fits palette. I didn't actually show that in the haul, but I did get that. This is quite autumnal as well, and I've not used it, so this one is in Posh Spice. This one can go back. It's just another red. It's in the shade Shameless. Really, really pretty. I did use that a couple of times. I want to keep this MAC one in the shade Whirl, because I think it's perfect for this time of year, and I don't think I used it this rotation. Lady Danger, that one can go back in the collection, or can it? I'll choose a different red. Rebirth, I think this will be staying in all fall because it is that perfect shade. This Gingerbread I want to keep in probably till after Christmas because it's the season. Is that the same shade as Rebirth? How similar are they? Rebirth is a little bit lighter and more matte. So that's the Gingerbread one, that's Rebirth. I'll keep them both in. I'll keep this in. This is like my perfect everyday nude lip. It's in the shade Innovator. It's the Pure and Barbie collection, a really nice mauve, and I think it'll go nice with that purple palette. We do have quite a lot of spaces. We've got 4 spaces. I don't think I want to pull 4 lipsticks. I think I want to pull a red that I've not used in a while, and I don't know what that would be, so I'm just going to go and have a look. Yeah, so I was just saying these Shop My Stashes are running every 3 weeks at the moment. I've just put these lipsticks in. So we've got the Mega Last Liquid Catsuit by Wet n Wild in the shade Rebel Rose, the Maybelline Nocturnal Rose, and there's a nice bright blue red as well by Sleek in the shade Rioja Red. I've not really used those lipsticks at all, if you know, probably about once, so I do want to get a bit more use out of them. This concludes the video, guys. I'll do the overview now and I'll show you where I've put everything. Okay, so I've got the palettes at the back there. There's the Huda Beauty and the Subculture. Right, so as I was saying before I got rudely interrupted, we've got our palettes here, the Huda Beauty and the Subculture, and then we've got the Catrice and the MUA one back there, and I've got the Smashbox highlighter palette there as well. The Huda Beauty one is just here, along with my Project Pan palettes here. Project Pan items there. There's some Project Pan powders here as well, along with the powder that we're using for this rotation. Foundations back there, and then just a whole lot of brushes there. Then in the drawers, these are just things that I use all the time. Brow products, concealer for my eyeshadow base, eyeshadows at the back there. This primer is in Project Pan, which I'm nearly done with. So hopefully that'll be done soon. Then we've got another powder there, a primer here as well. It's, like I said, some single eyeshadows. This Hold You Down by P. Louise. So that's that drawer there, and then like bronzers, blushes and highlighters. There's certainly not as much as normal in here, so I'll get good use. I didn't pull any highlighters in. Let me rectify that. Okay, so I've chosen this one. Not really a lover of it. I think I just got a too dark one, especially this. This is far too dark, but I want to work more on this side just because I'm nearly hitting pan on it, guys. Let me show you. Can you see? I'm nearly hitting pan on it. I can see the waffle print. And then this one is fairly new. I want to just get a bit more use out of that. Then of course we've got the highlighter palette. So that looks like that. And then we've got the Dior one here, which I'm going to use a little bit more. So yeah, this is what it looks like. So we've got the blushers, the bronzers, the highlighters, more blush back here, and then we've got a few cream blush options. So that's it for that. And then for lipsticks, all our lipsticks are up here. So this concludes the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment and share, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.